Warning! This video is not suitable for most Godzilla fanboy audiences. If you came into this review expecting to praise the figure, prepare to be disappointed.
Well, that's not my fault. People need to learn how to respect other people's opinions. No, I'm not going to cancel this review just because of some guy or kid who cannot take anyone else saying bad things about their stuff. Whether it be a movie, a figure, a game, I don't give a damn. I'm not going to cancel this review. I don't regret anything I said in my top 10 worst Godzilla figures list video. I am not going to regret anything I'm going to say in this review either. So do me a favor, get the hell off this slide before I... What is up, people of YouTube? It is Super Mario Zilla, or you can call me Vinny. And today we're taking a look at a figure that I'm very mixed on, but at the same time, it's not really a perfect figure. It has a lot of problems. I'm sorry, but you probably know what I'm talking about. We are going to take a look at the NECA Godzilla 2001. Oh.
Alright, I promise this won't be an angry review, but this figure has so much problems, it really just makes me question why. Just why? Well, let's not waste any more time and take a look at the figure. The sculpt here, as you can see, is pretty good. It's not bad, maybe except for the head. But more on that later. The paint job, though, is awful. No, I'm not cutting any slack. The paint job is pretty horrible on this figure. And I know people in the comment section are going to argue with me and say, well, it's a $20 figure. You can't really get better. No, that's not an excuse. I paid $20 for NECA's other stuff with great paint jobs, as well as Marvel Legends figures that have excellent paint jobs for $20. So really, NECA has no excuse, because I know they are capable of better. But sculpt and paint job is just the beginning of how not good this figure is, or at least as good as it can be. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, let's not waste any more time and start to take a look at the figure in more detail. We're off to a great start now, are we? Because the first problem starts with the head. The jaw is too thin, the head has too great of a snarl, and it doesn't really look that good or accurate. Not good. The paint job is also pretty awful, with the gum paint bleeding through the teeth, and it just being very sloppily applied. It's not good at all. Even for $20, it's not good. The green paint job is also really weird, and it's all around the figure's body. It makes you wonder, what's with the green paint job? Why couldn't it be blue or gray like the previous NECA Godzilla figures you guys made? It's weird. Next up, we have the arms, and as you can see, I'm sorry guys, the arms look too long for me. Even for GMK Godzilla, it looks too long. The general sculpt is pretty good, but other than that, it just has too many flaws for me, and the paint makes it even worse. The paint on the claws is not good at all, very poor blending with the red and white, and this also applies for the toenails. It doesn't look that good, and the green shading makes it even worse. The sculpt on the body is actually pretty rad. It's not bad at all, and does look like GMK Godzilla indeed. Again, the problem is the paint. The sculpt could easily be forgivable if the paint was better. But no, the paint job does not complement the figure at all, in my personal opinion. Ironic for me, because green is my favorite color. I just don't think the green suits GMK Godzilla very well. But the sculpt is good, but paint job just kind of ruins it for me. Taking a good look at GMK's legs, they look a bit too skinny. Not really that accurate to the suit because of the skinny look. They should have been a bit more bulkier or fatter, whatever you prefer. And, you know, the paint job, you heard me talk about it many times. It's just not that good. Like the paint job on the claws, the paint job on the toenails are also pretty bad. Poor blending. Finally, the best part about this figure, the dorsal plates. They look awesome. Great paint job, great sculpt. It looks truly fantastic. And honestly, I like it better than the monstrous. And I know I probably just had everyone turn into my worst enemy just from saying that. Still, the spines here, they're really good, really fantastic. Moving on to the tail, the paint transition looks awful. And you know what, even for $20, I guess I could let it slide, but honestly, I know it could have been better. Even the NECA Burning Godzilla's paint job with the tail transition was better. Ugh, it's not that good. I will say this, the sculpt, though, is actually pretty nice on the tail. The paint job, well, you know how I feel. The same cannot be said for the articulation, though. The posing is very situational and just overall stiff, I would say. The jaw is on a hinge. Nothing more, nothing less. And can open up about this far. Unfortunately, though, there's a black hinge, and ruins the look even more. Both the head and neck are on ball joints. Can move this far down with both the joints. Cannot really look up, however, as you'll see right now. See? He can only look straight. Can never look up. So that's one thing the SH Monster has going for it. He can move about that far to the left, that far to the right. Nothing amazing, but it's okay. Shoulders are on swivel hinges. Can move about that far out. And if you want to, you can make them rotate a full 360 degrees. Watch the hand. So that's good. Elbow is on a hinge, single hinge, a swivel hinge. It can also swivel. And can move a little bit less than 90 degrees, so that's okay. Hand is on a ball joint. You get decent range. It's nothing bad. And fingers are actually on a hinge. Was not really expecting that for that figure, but I'm glad they have it. So that's a plus. Waist is on a swivel. Well, technically, it's on a ball joint, but really, you can only get swivel motion because up and down movement is non-existent. So he's always stuck in that hunched over position. So, sorry. Legs are on ball joints. They can move about that far. Can't really walk forward, unfortunately. I tried. They can move out that far. They have a hinge. They can swivel as well. And the bend is pretty good. Even for Godzilla, it's pretty good. Ankles on the ball joints, but you're very limited. This is what I meant when I say situational posing. It's not very good. It's too limiting. The tail. Yeah. We have many ball joints. Some of them are pretty stiff, and thus range of movement is, again, limited. It's not good. It's not good. It just is not good. And, of course, the end of the tail has that stupid bendy wire that I hate so much because it breaks. You think you can listen for that one, NECA? The figure itself stands just a bit over 6 inches. So here he is compared to some other figures, whether it be Godzilla or any other characters. Let's go. So what's the final verdict on the NECA Godzilla 2001? Well, to be fair, the figure's okay, but it just has a lot of problems. It really makes you question what the hell happened, because we all know NECA had great Godzilla figures, such as Godzilla 2014, 1954, and to other people, 1984. So honestly, I think this figure should have been better, because we know NECA is capable of doing better. In some angles, some shots, this figure does look fantastic, though regularly, it doesn't really look that good. Some things are not pleasing to the eye. It really just makes you question, again, why? The figure itself is not horrible, but it is a rather mediocre figure at best. Sorry guys, but I'm going to have to give the figure a 5.2 out of 10. Well, anyway guys, thank you for watching this review. If you liked it and want to see more, please subscribe to know when my reviews go live or any other video, because I also do stop motions, live streams, and other gaming videos, and also some other fun stuff. And if you also want to, please comment down there to tell me what your thoughts are, if you're nice about it. And also, please like the video too, because why not? And if you also want to, follow me on Instagram. Link to it is in the description below. With that being said, I'm Super Mario Zilla, and I am out. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.